Right. Yeah, right. In previous class, is my voice is clear? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
It's clear, sir. It's clear.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
visible.
Right. If you have facing any problem, any difficulty, just inform me immediately so that I can rectify. Okay. So we have started this problem. This is a very lengthy problem. That is analysis. That is design of vertical drop weir. Design of vertical drop weir. In this we are calculated the hydraulic parameters. So that means we are calculated the levels. Right. So I will show you some figure. So this is actually a vertical drop here. This portion, whatever this portion, this is a vertical drop here is there. So this is the weir, vertical drop here, and this is the. Is the screen is visible? Hello.
It's visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
ఇది వేరే విండో ఓపెన్ అవుతుందా అండి? కర్సర్ కనిపిస్తుందా?
కర్సర్ మూవ్ చేయండి సార్ కర్సర్.
కనిపించట్లేదా? కనిపిస్తుందా అండి?
కేయూ అని రాసింది కదా సార్.
అవునవును. రైట్. రైట్. సో రైట్. So this is actually a vertical drop here. This is the weir portion. This is the crest portion. This is the gate portion. This is iron gate and this is cement concrete weir. So this is constructed with cement concrete and this is iron gate. So they have. I want to show you some specific dimensions. So this is called total. The top crest of the gate to the bottom of the weir portion, that is called HS. This is HS. Okay, I'll write here capital H suffix X. So this is a storage head, total storage head. So this is the what a gate height, iron gate height will be represented by S. That means storage in the gate portion, storage head in the gate portion. So capital H will be the storage head in the weir portion. So storage head in the weir portion will be represented by capital H, and small d will be the upstream side water level to the crest of the weir. So up to the crest of the weir, this head will be the small d. So capital K is the, that is upstream side total energy line to the crest level of the weir. Upstream side total energy line to the crest level of the weir. So that is called capital K. And if you want to know the bottom, so these are the vertical cutoffs. This is one vertical cutoff and this is one vertical cutoff. So these are used to protect from this seepage head. So to reduce the seepage loss, to reduce especially to reduce the seepage head. This vertical cutoffs upstream. This is upstream side vertical cutoff, and this will be the downstream side vertical cutoff. So because of this construction, water will move in this manner. So length of water passage will going to increase. So this is a vertical depth of vertical cutoff. So we need to calculate these depths also. How to calculate these depths? If you know the bed level, if you know the R value, regime's core depth R value, then we can able to calculate this D1 also. So this is a depth is D1. So D1 can be calculated as this bottom level can be calculated as bottom level is calculated from the top upstream side high flood level to the bottom level, bottom of the sheet pile. This is called sheet pile or vertical cutoff sheet pile. The bottom level of upstream side sheet pile, the distance is 1.5 times of R. So this distance is from here to here, it is 1.5 times of R. Okay. If you consider now this is downstream side water level to the bottom level of downstream side cutoff. This is upstream side cutoff, and this will be the downstream side cutoff. This, so this level will be 2R. So this is 2R and this is 1.5R. Where R is the regime's coordinate. So small h is the afflex. Small h will be the afflex. So it is a, if you observe here, afflex will be the level difference between upstream side high flood level to the downstream side high flood level. Upstream side flood level ki downstream side flood level ko level difference, that is called afflex. Okay, that is equal to, that is afflex. Okay. Next, the level difference between total energy line and high flood level. Total energy line and high flood level, the level difference is, that is head is V square by 2. Similarly, total energy line and high flood level difference is, this is V square by 2. So this is V square by 2. This height is V square by 2. Okay. So this is from the upstream side water high flood level to the bottom of the sheet pile or upstream side cutoff bottom, that's foundation of the upstream side cutoff wall or sheet pile. So that will be 1.5 times R. So where R is the regime's coordinate. Here, if you want to calculate the bottom of the sheet pile or downstream side bed level of the sheet pile or foundation of the sheet pile, will be 2 times of R from the. So this high flood level of downstream side. Okay, this height is 2R and this height is 1.5 R. So this is the launching apron. So this will be the D1 and this will be the D2. Okay, upstream side protection work will be constructed to a depth of, to a width of to a length of D1, and upstream side launching apron. This is upstream side launching apron can be constructed for a length of 2D1. Okay, similarly, downstream side filter will be provided to control the seepage, that is piping action, to control the piping action. So length of the inverted filter will be, here inverted filter will be constructed. The length of inverted filter will be 1.5 times of D2, and length of downstream side launching apron will be 2.5 times of D2. So these are the some specifications, some dimensions related to the this vertical drop here. Okay, right. We will move to the, in previous class also I explained same thing, and now also I'm explained. So because we need to understand what is this terminology and what are these levels, then only we can able to understand the problem. Okay, we'll move to the right. Design vertical drop here using Blaze theory. Following condition, maximum discharge is given, Q value is given, and high flood level is given. High flood level before construction of pier, high flood level is given. Bottom level is also given. So this level is also given. High flood level is 285.0, and water level, minimum water level is also given 278. Full supply level of canal is also given. Bed level is given, that is the downstream side bed level is given 278.0 meters. Okay, from this what we need to do, we need to calculate upstream side and downstream side levels. Upstream side levels and the downstream side levels. First, given data Q is given. From this capital Q, need to calculate small q. So why? Because small q is the discharge per unit length. So discharge per unit length that we need to calculate. Why? Because in a river, it is not possible to calculate the total discharge, or it is not possible to design for all structure. We're going to design for per meter run of the structure. We're going to design. So that's why what we are going to do is we need to calculate small q. So discharge per unit width we need to calculate. So discharge per unit width small q is equal to capital Q by L. So length of the total discharge by total length of the, that is total length of the above wear. So length of wear can be calculated as from this formula. L is equal 4.75 root q. That is so length of wear is 4.75 root q. So here if you calculate it, we will going to get that as 250 meters. So length of, that means width of our wear, the width of river. Width మీదనే కదా మనం river wear కట్టేది. So this is the length of wear. So length of wear will be equal to the width of river. So width of river will be equal to length of wear. Okay, so this is actually a wear portion. This is actually longitudinal section of river. So this is the width of river. So that width of river will be equal to length of wear. So this will be the wear. So this is the length of wear. This is wear. So this capital Q is moving from this. This is capital Q. Total discharge is capital Q. I want to calculate discharge per unit run. So for that, what we need to do? Total discharge by length of wear. So total discharge by L will give the discharge per unit length. So discharge per unit length we are getting 11.2 cubic meter per second. Cumex per meter. Okay. So after that, what we need to do is we need to calculate resume's core depth, capital R value. Resume's core depth capital R will be equal to, we have a formula for that. Resume's core depth R will be equal to 1.35 Q square by F whole to the power of 1 by 3. So this is the formula. This is the resume's core depth. So by considering frictional factor, that is taking F is equal to 1, and just now we are calculated small q is equal to 11.2 cumex per meter. You substitute it, you will going to get that R value, that is resume's core velocity. The score depth value we are going to get, that is 6.75 meters. So after calculation of score depth you are getting. After that we need to calculate the velocity. Velocity is equal to small q by R. Small q by R. So velocity we are calculating. So why we are calculating this one? For the calculation of total energy line upstream side, total energy line downstream side, high flood level in the upstream side, high flood level in the downstream side. For the calculation of all these values, require this V square by, I'll show you here. So our aim is we need to calculate all these values. So we need to calculate these levels. We need to calculate all these levels. Is not given in the problem. Levels is, we need to calculate the levels. What is given? Is given only basic data. High flood level in the river is given. Yeah, is given only high flood level in the river is given, and is also given. So bottom level is given. So bottom level is 278.0 meters is given, and high flood level is also given. That is before construction of weir. This is 285.0 meters is given. So this will be given as 285. So because before construction of weir, so these are the, this is high flood level, and this is the bottom level. So this dimensions is given. So from this, we need to go back. If you construct a weir, what are these dimensions? So we need to calculate total energy line first. So total energy line, downstream side total energy line we need to calculate. How to calculate downstream side total energy line? So for that, downstream side total energy line will be equal to downstream side high flood level, that is 285.00 plus V square by 2G. So we require V value. V square by 2G ante velocity at that. This head we need to calculate. Here to kavalante we require V. So V kavalante etla vastadandi? V is equal to small q by R. So R value kavalante manam 1.35 q square by F whole to the power of 1 by 3. From this formula we can calculate the resume's core depth. So Q value can be calculated as Q is equal to capital Q by L. small q by L. So L can be calculated as 1. L is just now we are seeing. L is equal to 4.75 root q. L is equal to 4.75 root q. So these are all these values. So for the calculation of V, we are doing all these things. So velocity calculate చేయాలంటే q small q by r. R is equal R formula ఇదండి, Q formula ఇది. Q కావాలంటే L కావాలి, L కోసం formula ఇది. Okay. After getting this one, so calculate V square by 2g. So V square by 2g ఎంత వచ్చింది మన ఫార్ములాలో? Just see here. Here we are getting V square by 2g value is 0.14 meters. So just add 285.00 కి 0.14 add చేయండి. అంటే 285.14 will be the downstream side total energy line. So downstream side total energy line will be 285.14. Okay. So now we need to calculate upstream side total energy line. So upstream side total energy line and downstream side total energy line, the level difference will be, that is level difference will be the afflex. So first we are calculated the downstream side total energy line. So I flood level before construction of VR plus V square by 2g. So 285.14 we are getting. Afflex here we are considering 1 meter. Afflex is 1 meter. So upstream side total energy line we are getting. Assume afflex is equal to 1 meter. Here it is 285.14 plus afflex. Assume afflex is equal to 1 meter. So 285.14 plus 1. So here we are getting, so this upstream side total energy line, upstream side total energy line will be equal to 286.14. అంటే అఫ్లెక్స్ ఇదే అండి, అఫ్లెక్స్ మనము 1 మీటర్ కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటున్నాను. So this level we are getting. So we are getting upstream side high flood level we are getting. After that we can calculate upstream side total energy line. So upstream side total energy line will be equal to మనకి ఎట్లా వస్తుంది, upstream side total energy line will be equal to downstream side total energy line plus afflex. So we are getting 286.14. After that we need to calculate upstream side high flood level. Upstream side high flood level will be equal to upstream side total energy line minus V square by 2g. So ఈ లెవెల్స్ వచ్చినాయండి. ఈ లెవెల్స్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత need to calculate this level. So total energy line upstream side minus V square by 2g చేస్తే నీకు upstream side high flood level వస్తుంది. So like that we need to calculate all these levels. Only thing, the difference between the total energy line and high flood level will be, the difference is V square by 2g. We are assuming H is equal to 1 meter. Only the difference. So downstream side and upstream side high flood level kunnu total energy line kunnu head difference is V square by 2g. V square by 2g. So that you need to remember. And I am assuming afflex is equal to 1 meter. So by considering this, you can able to calculate all these values, all these levels. Okay, all these levels you can able to calculate. Okay, so we are getting upstream side high flood level is 286.00 meters. After that, so we need to calculate K. So before that, we'll see what is K. So K is the different level difference between total energy line in upstream side to the crest level of the weir. So that will be the K. That will be the K. K need to calculate. Why we require K? Yeah, right. So just we need to calculate K, because for the calculation of height of shutter and all those things we require this K values. First we need to calculate K value. Q is equal to, we have a relation between Q and K. Small q is equal to 1.7 times of K to the power of 3 by 2. So we know the small q value. From this we can able to calculate capital K. K is equal to small q by 1. So these are all our empirical formulas. For this derivation is will not be there. So from the experiments, these coefficients are calculated. So these are empirical ones. For this, the derivations are not required. Next, K value will be 3.56. Okay, I want to calculate the crest level of the weir. So crest level of the weir will be equal to, you see here, crest level of the weir will be equal to total energy line, upstream side total energy line minus K. Crest of the weir, so this level will be equal. Crest of the weir will be equal to total energy line, upstream side total energy line minus K. That will be the crest of weir. Okay, so this level, ఈ లెవెల్ ఎట్లా వస్తుందండి? ఈ అప్స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ టోటల్ ఎనర్జీ లైన్ నుంచి K వాల్యూ తీసేసి ఇది వచ్చేస్తాం. That's what we are doing here. So K value, we are getting this crest level upstream side total energy line minus K, we are getting 282.58 meters. So this level is 282. This is 282.58 meters. Okay, after that you can be able to calculate the pond level also. So pond level is equal to level of the gate, full supply level of the canal plus head level through the regulator. So this is not required actually, pond level and all those things. We are not designing as a storage this one. So we are only designing for diverting. So after that we can able to calculate reduce the level of the upstream side sheet pile. So these sheet piles levels also you need to calculate. So this dimensions, bottom of the sheet pile, upstream side sheet pile, and bottom of the downstream side sheet pile. These dimensions also we need to calculate. These levels are also we need to calculate. Okay. So in sixth step, that is reduce the level of the bottom of the upstream side pile will be equal to. At last, if you observe here, if you know the upstream side I flat level, reduce the level of bottom of upstream side sheet pile will be equal to if you observe upstream side I flat level minus 1.5 times of R, so you will going to get this bottom level. So that is reduce the level of bottom of the upstream side sheet pile. So this is the bottom of the upstream side sheet pile. So from this formula we can from this relation we can able to calculate the bottom of the upstream side sheet pile. Similarly, you can able to calculate the bottom of the downstream side sheet pile. So bottom of the downstream side sheet pile is equal to I flat level minus 2R. I flat level bottom, I flat level in the downstream side minus 2R. That is going to get this bottom of the downstream side sheet pile. Okay. Upstream side I flat level minus 1.5 times of R. Upstream side I flat level is 286 minus 1.5 times of R is equal to 6.75. You're going to get bottom value is 275.88 meters. Okay. So we can adjust this reduce the level. So it is not possible to provide 275.88. So I want to provide 276 reduce the level. So it is not possible to provide this accurate value. So approximately I want to provide 276 meters. Similarly, depth of cutoff. So how much we need to cut in the upstream side. So depth of cutoff can be calculated. Depth of cutoff is equal to that bottom of the channel, that is 278 minus reduce the level of the sheet pile 276. So 2 meters we need to cut in the upstream side. Similarly, you can be able to calculate reduce the level bottom of the sheet pile 2R, or downstream side minus 2R. So E level కావాలంటే downstream side I flat level minus 2R. Downstream side level minus 2R. You're going to get that is 271. So we can able to calculate depth of cutoff in downstream side also. So depth of cutoff in downstream side will be equal to 278 minus 271. That means 7 meters we need to cut in the downstream side. Okay. So we can able to calculate the seepage head. So this is important. Seepage head will be equal to HS, reduce the level of the gate crust minus reduce the level of the bed. So 6.5 meters is the seepage head. So seepage head will be equal total seepage head will be equal 6.5 meters. So if you observe here, the total head as seepage head. So this is the total head. So because of this head, seepage is possible. So this is the total head. So e head valane seepage vastundi kabatti. So this is the seepage head. So seepage head will be equal to seepage head will be equal to reduce the level of the gate of the crust minus reduce the level of the bed. 6.5 meters. So this is the 6.5 meters. Reduce the level of gate of the crust. So this will be reduce the level of the gate of the crust minus bottom of the channel. So e level manaku telusandi. E bottom of the channel 278. This is 280 change. 284.55 minus 282.58 minus 278. You are getting 4.58 height of crest. You can able to check this also. So seepage head will be equal to reduce the level of the gate of the crust minus reduce the level of the bed. So reduce the level of bed is 278. Reduce the level of the gate of the crust is 284.5. So we are getting this is 6.50 meters. So this height will be HS will be 6.5 meters. So this will be the seepage head. So we need to reduce. Inta head undandi. Seepage anadi ikkada upstream side 6.5 meters ఉంది. డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్కి వచ్చేసరికి అది ఏమవ్వాలంటే 0 కావాలి, అప్రాక్సిమేట్లీ 0 కావాలి. అప్రాక్సిమేట్లీ 0 కావాలంటే ఏం చేయాలంటే వీ నీడ్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ దిస్ షీట్ పైల్. సో వీ నీడ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ ది లెంత్ ఆఫ్ పాసేజ్. ఇది 0 కావడానికి కండిషన్ ఏంటంటే వాటర్ లెవెల్ కును బాటమ్ ఆఫ్ ది షీట్ పైల్స్ మధ్యలో డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత ఉండాలంటే 1.5 టైమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్ ఉండాలి. అప్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్, డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ 2 ఆర్ ఉండాలి. సో దట్ ఈస్ అ కండిషన్. ఇది ఈ కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై అయితే అప్రాక్సిమేట్లీ హియర్ ది డౌన్ స్ట్రీమ్ సైడ్ the head will be the 0. Seepage head will be 0. Okay. So after this one, after calculation of seepage head, we need to calculate the design of weir wall. So this is weir wall. So actually this is the weir. So this is the weir wall. Actually length of weir is we are calculated. L is equal to 4.75 root cube. So from this formula we are calculate the length of weir. We need to decide this top width of the weir as well as the bottom width of the weir, concrete weir. Top width can be calculated from this formula. You can even see here. So this is the top width, this is A, and this will be bottom width B. Length is L. So we cannot see in this longitudinal section length, it is not visible. So longitudinal section only top width and the bottom width we can see. So top width can be calculated from this formula. Top width is equal to D by root Q. What is D then? So D will be the upstream side high flood level to the bottom of the top of the weir level, top of the concrete weir level. So this is the level difference is small d. So that is small d. So small d is equal to upstream side high flood level minus crest level. So 286.0 minus 282, 3.42. This is 3.42. This will be small d will be equal to 3.42. Small d equal to 3.42. Okay. 3.4 here, and rho value is 2.24. So the concrete density is 2.24. So top width will be A is equal to D by root Q. That is root rho. A is equal to d by root rho. We are getting A is equal to top width is 2.3 meters. So top width can be calculated by considering three consideration. First one is from this formula, and from the sliding consideration. From the sliding consideration, the formula is A is equal to 3 by 2 d by rho. D by rho. And from practical considerations, from practical consideration, top width will be equal to storage head plus 1. It should be storage head plus 1 only. So this is one practical consideration. So here we are getting 2.92. Here it is 2.29. Here getting so three different considerations. So we are getting different values. In this maximum value we need to consider. So maximum value is 2.92. It is not possible to provide 2.92 meters. So near value, in near integer we need to provide. So here integer is 3 meters. So top width we can provide 3 meters. So we can able to provide top width is 3 meters. So after that we are calculating this top width is 3 meters. Need to calculate this bottom width also. So bottom width can be calculated from the considering moment consideration, that is sliding and overturning moment considerations. So for that, this is the standard formulas. Okay. By considering overturning moment, overturning, that is applied overturning moment will be equal to W. This is because of the applied water pressure. So because of the water pressure, so this overturning moment will going to develop at the bottom of the weir. So this may overturn like this. So this is the weir because of the application of water pressure, hydrostatic pressure. So it may rotate us, move like this about its toe. About its toe, the weir may rotate like this. So this is the overturning moment. So this is the overturning moment is given by W into H plus S whole cube by 6. That is W into total head C by head divided by HS whole cube by 6. So here we are getting overturning moment will be equal to 449 kilonewton meter. So here overturning moment will be 449 kilonewton meter. So we can calculate the even resisting moment also. So this is because of overturning moment is because of the water force, water pressure force. So it is depends upon HS, height of water in the upstream side. Height of water in the upstream side, that is small w HS H cube by 6. That will be the overturning moment. So this can be restricted by, that is, this is overturning moment is resisted by resisting moment. So resisting moment formula is, so this is a long formula. So this is the long formula. It depends upon so many factors. It is depends upon the density of materials, head available in the downstream side, and width, bottom width, top width. All these factors. All these factors. That is H is head of the crust, top width, bottom width. All these factors. Okay. Storage due to gate, that is S. Storage head due to gate portion, capital H is the storage due to weir portion. So all these factors into we need to consider. So for the calculation of resisting moment. Okay. Here if you assume we know in this equation we don't know B value, we know the S value and all these values we know, only we don't know the B value. So if you assume the overturning moment will be equal to resisting moment. If it is in equilibrium, this will be the condition. I want to substitute this overturning moment will be equal to resisting moment. So substitute here overturning moment ఎంత వచ్చిందండి మనకు 449 వచ్చింది. Just substitute overturning moment will be equal to resisting moment for the equilibrium. Substitute MR is equal to 449. And substitute all these values. The only unknown is B value is the only unknown. From this we can able to get the B value as 4.96 meters. So just convert to the nearest integer. This is you are getting 5 meters. So bottom width is 5 meters. So this is one consideration, overturning consideration. We can even so this is for up to, if the water is stored up to gate portion. The water is up to stored up to gate portion. So this will be the top bottom width. If when the water is flowing over the weir, when the water is flowing over the weir and the weir is submerged in this condition. So this is the overturning moment formula. Overturning moment formula is m naught is equal to small w h into h square by 2, where small h will be the head head available above the crest of the weir, that is crest of the gate, that will be the small h. So the small w, small h, capital H square by 2, that is overturning moment, and resisting moment will be, so this is the resisting moment formula. Similarly, just what we are seeing, same thing, same concept. Overturning moment will be equal to resisting moment in the for the balancing, that is for equilibrium. Overturning will be equal to resisting moment. So overturning moment we are calculating this is 360. Substitute 360 in place of mr, and you can able to calculate the b value if the water is flowing, that is over the crest of the weir or crest of the gate. So then b value you are getting 8 meters. So in the both the cases, if you consider maximum value, we need to consider. So maximum value here in this two cases 8. The bottom width will be, I am considering 8 meters. So top width is 3 meters and bottom width is 8 meters. So top width is 3 meters and bottom width is 8 meters. So we are calculating this. So we are calculating the top, all these levels, all the levels. Okay. So this top width we are calculated and bottom width we are calculated. So remaining design we will going to show. So we are design the weir wall. The top width we are calculated and bottom width we are calculated. So top width we need to provide 3 meters and bottom width we need to provide 8 meters. So length of weir we are calculated. So this is the design. So design of weir wall is nothing but finding the dimensions of the weir, the top width and bottom width, that will be the design. Okay, I'm just concluding this session. I'm just